Hello there. I'm here again making another entry into my series about mastering combat in Kingdom Come Deliverance. Today, I'm not going to be really getting into the specifics of combat like I do in my other guides. I'm just going to be covering the Rattay Tourney. So first of all, just going to show you my stats. So the idea here is just to do this with fairly ordinary stats. My stats are they're not that low, but for the most part, they're around the middle range. And ideally, you'd also have level 7 in all these so that you can get the blind strike. Um, so you want to have blind strike on mace, axe, and it's just the same. It's the same combo on everything, so you can use it on everything following a clinch or a master strike. Also, it does help to have head cracker and clinch master for the tourney. We should make things a lot easier. I mean, I was able to win pretty much 100% of clinches at this level. So here are the rest of my stats. Nothing too impressive, anyways. So first thing to do is if I'm in the tourney, you just need to skip between. So I just finished the tourney, so now I'm going to do a overnight rest, and that should allow me to skip to the next tourney after the rest. But I found that I couldn't do it immediately, so I'm just going to rest. Okay, finally, so I've rested and my character has activated the summon benevolent perk, nothing to worry about. So the first thing it's probably to do is go and grab some food if necessary. You don't want to get hungry during the tournament. I do have some left over, but I am running out, so just wait till the shop's open and I'll just get some food. And if you just farm in the tourney, you're going to have a surplus of gold, assuming that you actually beat it. But even if you fail a couple times, you should still be making positive gold doing this. Alright, I'll just buy some food. Also, on the topic of consumables, you can apply potions before you start the tourney. Well, actually, I haven't, but I personally haven't tested this. So, but what they say is before you start it, by speaking to the herald, you can consume something. So there are a few long-lasting potions that you might want to try, but really it's not necessary. So I'm going to speak to the herald now. So as we see here, get lodgings, await for the next tourney. Pay 120 gold, and then after it waits, then I'll be able to start the tourney for 60 gold, I believe. Okay. Now it is a little bit slow, but okay. So after that big wait, our nourishment hasn't dropped at all. So it's just basically a free time skip for 120 gold. And oh, here he is finally. We've been walking slow pace. All right. Okay. 60 groschen. I'm just going to be using the short sword shield because that's my main weapon, but you can really just use whatever you want. but ideally you just choose something you're comfortable with. However, I do find that long sword is a good pick if you want to end things quickly. But short sword or shield can go on. But all right, so to do this, we're just going to be using a few core skills. It's really pretty simple how to win the tourney. So one skill that you can use, but is mostly optional, will be the feint. Um, but realistically, if the feint doesn't work, you just want to cancel it because you don't want to be getting distracted and taking hits and losing rounds because of it. The other skill that I'm trying to demonstrate now is I'm just going to be matching stance and fishing for master strikes. And then after landing a master strike, I'm going to attempt a combo. But you do need to match the stance, which I think you can. Yeah, so for stance matching, if you're not using a shield, you can just tap block and it will match stance. But if you do have a shield, it doesn't seem to work. So you actually have to do it manually, but it's pretty easy. So yeah, I'm just gonna. So what I'm just basically master strike, then start the combo. I'm doing the blunt strike combo, short sword and shield. And if I have the long sword, it's the same. Everything can do the blunt strike as long as you've got it unlocked. And if you have the long sword, just use the normal combo that you learn or any combo that you want. But you really only need to use one combo. But something that hits the head is good because it can activate the head cracker perk. Head cracker perk. Um, so that's basically it. But another skill that you can use is clinching. So you just walk up to them and tap. It just depends, but if you tap the kick key, that will start the clinch. And then to win the clinch, you either tap the kick key or the attack key or the slash or the stab key, and they'll do different types of it'll do different types of attacks in the clinch. But basically, clinch him up, push him, free attack, and just be careful with the timing because if you're a bit late, you actually won't get the attack and they can master strike you. So that's about it. But I do find that clinching's okay, but the best thing to do is just to master strike them. Just trying to duel with them usually doesn't work out very well. You just end up getting master struck by them and taking a lot of damage, so it's not ideal. So I actually don't have the combo unlocked with the axe, but I'm just practicing, so I do it anyways. And sometimes, especially with these heavy weapons, as you can see, you just overwhelm them and you stamina break them. So you can just, even without the combo, you'll still end up stamina breaking them and get some free hits off. But it also just depends on the weapon, depends on the situation. Yeah. So anyway, that's about it. I'm just using all these basic skills here, and I just rinse and repeat, and it's the same thing. If you're just acting kind of reactively, even against the hardest opponents, you're most likely not going to get hit very much and be successful. That's why I just never attack openly because you just get master struck. And um, but I will feint occasionally just for fun, for a bit of flavor. Um, and it, like as I've shown in my guide, it does work from time to time. You just got to be patient and, like I said, if they don't fall for the feint, probably just better to cancel it and then try again, or just clinch them. All right, so I've said pretty much everything there is to say, but I'm just going to record all three duels and demonstrate them. And I'll see if I can do this quickly. Yeah, so he actually just fell for my fate there, which is really good. The problem with the shield also is that it also just like randomly blocks strikes that normally wouldn't get blocked just by being there. So it does actually slow down these fights a little bit. Finally get the, especially at the end of the blunt strike or any combo, the window can be a bit short. So to get the free hit after that. So if you take too long to get the hit off, probably best not to do it because you just get countered. Same with last strike. Take too long, don't get the hit off. There we go. See, even though I attacked pretty much instantly, still didn't get the hit. So that can be an issue. Whoa, that's retarded. Oh, I do find this combat can be like really buggy though at times. It's unbelievable. Just seems who knows what's happening half the time. Finally. Oh, that was painful. All right, finally got a longsword duel. So we'll see if I can finish this quickly. Like I was saying before, I do find that the longsword tends to be actually pretty good for getting quick finishes. Let's go. So I'm going to use this. So check this out. Somehow he gets the Master Strike. Unbelievable. All right, maybe this time. Somehow he's just blocking everything. This guy's pretty good, I guess. But usually the range, going into the combo out of the clinch or the Master Strike, the range is just so good. Let's see if we can get this to actually work. Look at that. That is just really good. And it's a really good idea to try and stance change quickly to match your opponent, because if they attack while you're like mid stance change, I believe you can't actually block the attack. But yeah, as I just did a stab there. If you are going to attack openly, stabs are pretty good because they're quick, and like you just saw, they counter their attacks. So in that situation, he attacked at the same time, but my stab was quicker, so it's quite efficient like that. So he's done a bit of damage to me, so I've got to be extra careful. And I could even choose to just forego doing combos, like, oh, unbelievable. Right, but I was victorious, thankfully. Now moving on to the third duel, that's the hardest opponent, so we'll see how it goes. But like I was saying, if you get really damaged, might be a good idea just not to combo and just focus on doing master strikes. And feints too, but if you stuff up your feint, accidentally let it go without actually them blocking in reaction, then they can obviously master strike in reaction to your feint, or if you just accidentally let it go at the wrong time. So if you're not skilled with the feints, it's better not to. And as you can see here, I barely use them because they're not particularly reliable. But I think so far I've got one feint landed. Whoa. I always have trouble with these stabs. They just seem to not get blocked. It's very strange. Again, no idea why. I think I'm a bit slow with these combos, which is why they're not landing. It's a skill issue, I believe. Oh, lucky. Yeah, randomly my second attack doesn't go off. It's really buggy the combat sometimes. He's fainting right now, so you know he's going to attack. Alright, that was quick. Thank God. Those master strikes to the face seem to do a lot of damage. Another axe bout, which I don't have levels in, so we'll see if I regret trying to combo this guy, even though I don't have it unlocked. Oh, that was slow. Yeah, instantly master strikes me. Unbelievable. This guy is switching stances so fast. by some miracle I'm surviving. Maybe that head cracker perk will come in useful. I'm not sure. I'm actually realizing though, I said it was good, but then I also landed head cracker mid fight and it didn't end the fight, so I'm not sure why that happened because I thought it did work. So he's fainting me. I mean, another thing is like if they're gonna feint you like that, maybe you could maybe you could counter with a stab to the if you because you know they're about to attack, so it could break the feint, but it might not be worth it. There we go. Nice flurry of blows, broke him pretty quick. Stamina break him, the damage goes straight through. You can't block it unless he gets a perfect block. But when you do get a combo on these guys, they tend to not perfect block as much or master strike as much. So there you go. That's a victory with average stats. I did start doing the tourney with a bit lower stats than what I have now, so it's very doable. In regards to Black Peter, I beat him in the tourney with low stats, but outside the tourney, I simply could not beat him. It was just too hard. Like one hit, and I'm practically dead from the poison. So my strat with Black Peter was just I got sick of trying, so I just ended up going for the stealth kill. Um, so that's it. So if I go to the Herald, notice that I can't rest until the next tourney. So the solution to that will just be to go to any campsite or bed, rest for the night, and come back in the morning and speak to him again. Um, and you'll be able to rest again. And as you can see, I got 400 groschen, so I spent less than 200 groschen. So if you're farming the tourney for stats, fun, or the armor, you're always going to be making money. So that's it. Thank you for watching the guide, and bye.